Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to WoW Classic and the Season of Mastery. I know I said we'd be in the Searing Gorge next time, but we are going to make a stop here in Feathermoon Stronghold. We can now go up against Lord Salzaru. This is going to be down on the Isle of Dread. Let's take a look at the quest. New scouting reports have given us a good idea on the Naga chain of command. Royalty is present amongst their rank and file, and they're the ones calling the shots. Specifically, we've identified one of the crueler royals as Lord Salzaru. Scouts report that he himself has uncovered an odd relic during a recent Naga excavation in a cave south of the main ruins, across the water on the Isle of Dread. Put a stop to it by putting a stop to him and bring me back his relic so we can study it. So yeah, we're just going to run all the way to the south here and cross the water. We're probably looking somewhere around here. We can see the ruins marked on the map, and maybe we'll even have to go into the cave to find Lord Salzaru himself. Let's go ahead and track that one. Now, I don't remember if this is going to chain into anything else, or if maybe we find another quest while we're down here. But, yeah, I figured this would be a good thing to do. It's probably going to be relatively simple. Looking for a named guy, just need to kill him and get his item and bring it back. So I want to take care of this. And there might be a couple of other things I do before heading into the Searing Gorge now that I think about it. We have a few quests that we can knock out in Tanaris. Still have to turn in Screecher Spirits over to the Goblin Outpost there. And then we need to do Thirsty Goblin and go get a laden Dew Gland. We can also go all the way to the south in Tanaris, and we can try to work on Quergo's Gold. So I might do those two in Tanaris before going to the Searing Gorge. That would put us probably around level 48. Which might make us a better level competitively for the quest there. I don't really remember what level I went there on my Priest, but I feel like it had to be around level 48 or 49. So that's kind of the revised plan. I just want to knock out some of these quests that I have floating around in my quest log. See if we can clear out entire areas, that way we don't really have to go back to them anytime in this playthrough. Alright, what do we have going on here? We have Human Warrior and his Healing Priest. That is fine, that's all fine and good. Do we want to just head back to this cave? I kind of do. I kind of just want to follow this road and see where this goes. Pretty sure I've done this quest one time before, but I honestly don't remember it at all. So yeah, looks like we're going in here though. And unfortunately, you know, someone has already cleared the path. I say unfortunately because, you know, I'd like to fight some stuff too. In fact, pressing the buttons is one of the biggest reasons that I logged into the game, because I enjoy pressing the buttons. Luckily, we're a little bit higher level than these guys, so we're not going to aggro. I feel like if we were level 44, we probably would have pulled both of these enemies. And that would be a bit of a pain. Something's telling me that this would be much easier if I grouped up with somebody, but I kind of want the challenge of clearing through here on my own. The problem is going to come in tagging the name guy at the end. And if we reach the name guy and there are other players around, we'll invite them or try to get into their group. Otherwise, we will just take them on our own. That was a bit of a misclick. Yeah, see, we can get pretty close without aggroing the extras, so we're in pretty good shape here. Shouldn't actually be too much of a challenge. And as I say that, let's go ahead and bandage. Yeah, there's Lord Salzaru there in the back. Maybe we go ahead and we invite this hunter here and we just kind of divide and conquer this little area. Might be the best way to go about it. Just clear everything out and make our way to the Lord back there. I never did find the Yeti quest that I know takes place here in Fairless. I ran by the cave a couple times, but have never found the quest. I'd like to wait a second here and let's get sweeping strikes going. Alright, there we go. No problem at all for a warrior-hunter duo. Now it's just about safely getting out of the cave here. And heading back to turn this one in. A relatively easy one. Definitely worth doing. Because there's not a lot of travel involved from where you can turn the quest in to where it's actually done. And that is getting more and more rare as we get higher in level. Slowly, I'm getting my questing legs back under me. I think meticulously cleaning up the quest log and taking care of some of these outliers will help me forge ahead. Just kind of get all the experience that we possibly can. Instead of just leaving these quests behind, which kind of gets tempting to do when you only have one quest in a zone. It's really hard, for me at least, to make myself want to go back and do that one quest. Especially if it's not anywhere close to where I'm currently at. But in this case, I feel like we have to do it. So what we'll do is we'll go get this one turned in, and then I will fly us over to Kazakhstan. And I think we're going to run down here to the southwestern part of the zone. That, if I remember correctly, is where we're going to get the laden dew gland for Thirsty Goblin. And basically what I get from that quest is that we're going to rip the glands out of this creature, and then that basically becomes a water bottle. So it's like the most murdery way to get a bottle of water that I've ever heard of. So of course it's in World of Warcraft. We can't be like collecting parts for some new kind of dew condensator machine that sits out in a field overnight and collects moisture. We have to be killing creatures to rip out their dew sacs. Because that is just how we roll. I honestly have not been playing as much recently. A lot of stuff going on with the holidays, and yeah, it's just been a busy time. And honestly, the longer that we get stuck into winter and the longer that it's cold, the less energy I usually have for life. So that's a thing too, but I think after the holidays are over and everything is kind of back to its normal scheduling, I think I'm going to be ready to start spending significant amounts of time in the game again. And hopefully grind out the last, dozen or so levels we need, get to max level. And with any luck, start doing some raiding. Of course, we'll have a ton of dungeons to do at endgame to get our pre-raid best in slot. We'll see how that goes. Let's see, bringing down Lord Salzaru would certainly... See, I keep forgetting that we need to talk to these guys. If we're interested in the story, we need to talk to the quest giver again before we go off and do the quest. Well played. Lord Salzaru's demise will throw the Naga into disarray for some time, if not permanently. The threat they pose is now under more of our control than it has ever been, and we have you to thank for it. Here is more bounty money from the Stronghold Treasury. You've earned every copper. Delivering the relic. If you would be so kind as to deliver the relic to my wife, Vestia. I would appreciate it. She's not only a fine priestess for our community, but she is one of the most well-versed scholars you'll ever find anywhere. I couldn't make heads or tails of this device, even if there was a wager involved. My wife, though, if anyone can figure out what this thing is, she could. And we need to know. She's just around the bend, no doubt studying. Is she really, like, yeah, she's within earshot. He could have waved her over. And, you know, she could have been part of the conversation, but now, you know, we run 10 feet, we get 100 experience.
I am honored.
It's fine. May I assist you? Hold on, you're the warrior that has been helping General Feathermoon and Latro out with the Naga threat, yes? I'm Vestia, Latro's, Latronicus's wife. It is a pleasure to meet you. This is a weird quest chain. It's all weird. Interesting, this came from the ruins of Salarsal, you say? Well, Latro's right that I need to look at this. At first glance, it seems non-indigenous to the ruins. Then again, this isn't of Naga design, not something as alien as this. It is going to take some time to research this item. Once my research on it is done, maybe I will make use of your talents, should you be around. Alright, I don't need the mail, and I don't need the helmet, so we will take the helmet to sell, because I think plate is going to sell for more than mail. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see, she doesn't seem to have any other quests for us, and I don't see her doing a little roleplay, which is what they would... Typically, if they're going to have a follow-up, they would study the thing and have some dialogue and then have a pop-up, but... I guess that's the end of that chain, which is really... It's always unfortunate when we kind of reach the end of a chain that seems like it could have kept going, should have kept going, was intended to keep going, and then for some reason it just doesn't go. They start weaving these storylines, and then it's like they never have a consideration for finishing them. What is the relic? Do I ever find out what the relic is? If I find out what the relic is, how is it directly tied to the things that I just did here if I'm not picking up a follow-up and getting it? Yeah, it's just, that's kind of a bummer, to be honest. I'd love to actually follow some of these quest lines to some kind of climax and conclusion.
Can I assist you?
Think of all the amazing like side quests and side missions you do in a game like The Witcher 3. Hell, even the original Witcher. Even the first Witcher game. Follow through on some of the stories. Alright, anyway, that's enough out of me. I'm going to get us down to Kazakhstan, and I will cut you guys back in once we're there. I realize it would probably be a good idea to go ahead over here and turn in Screecher Spirits first. Just on the remote chance, the faraway, nebulous chance that, you know, it could chain into a quest that we could actually do here in Tanaris, that would be amazing. Probably won't happen, but we're gonna go check. When I tell myself things like, Robert, you only have 13 levels to go, that usually makes me feel a little bit better. I know those levels are going to be slow in coming, but the thought that we only have 13 left to go is a good thought at this point.
Hey there.
The Prophecy of Mosharu. The ancient prophecy of Mosharu speaks of a way to contain the god Hakar's essence. It was written on 2 tablets and taken to the troll city of Zul'Farrak, west of Kazakhstan. Bring me the Mosharu tablets. The first tablet is held by the long-dead troll Theka the Martyr. It is said his persecutors were cursed into scarabs and now scuttle about his shrine. The second tablet is held by the hydromancer Velthara, near the sacred pool of Gazrilla. Okay, so another Zul'Farrak quest. Not something we could take action on right away, but definitely good to have, because I do have another Zul'Farrak quest that I have to complete. So if I can get the 2 templates, or tablets even. I feel like I've seen, if the tablets are physical things that you click, I feel like I've seen one. But one of them seems to be a drop, so maybe they're just both drops off of bosses? I'm not good with remembering the names of any of the bosses, so it's very likely these are just bosses that we fight in the dungeon. Alright, now we need to do the long trek across the desert wastelands all the way to the southwestern corner. And then I think it's a matter of farming these things until they drop a dew gland. Let me go ahead and check the quest here just to be sure. And we'll take a closer look at it. I've got an idea. I've heard of some strange creatures called dew collectors that live to the southwest. And that they are able to store water in special glands. I think that if I could get one of these glands, I could create a drink that would quench my terrible thirst. Do you think you could help me? Yeah, we'll just go rip the glands out of some creatures that we don't fully understand. It's probably completely fine to do that, right? I mean, they're not sentient, are they? Oh, they might be? Oh, okay, yeah, we'll still rip the glands out of them, no problemo. Seems kind of rude. Look for the cactus garden. That's where you'll find the dew collectors. Yeah, it seems kind of rude. These guys don't seem like they're doing anything harmful, and then a random goblin wants us to go rip out their glands. Because he's really thirsty, it turns out. And nothing will quench his thirst. It's quite possible that what he needs to do is just not be in Tanaris. There are probably moister climates that he could inhabit. And then we wouldn't be murdering semi-sentient creatures for their glands. Feels like more of a horde quest than a quest that a human might do, but you know, we are a warrior. We don't know much about ourselves. We know that we're willing to do basically anything for experience and coin. So, you know, it fits with the narrative we've established for ourselves so far in the game. I would love some quests to take on, like these hyenas. There's some scorpions we could fight for some quests. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. Kinda wish we just had some more quests to do. We could just run through the zone, fighting things and looting stuff and having a grand old time and gaining levels more quickly. Instead, we haven't... I don't think I fought scorpions here for any reason, have I? Sometimes enemies are used for, like, specialty quests. Like, maybe some of these guys are used for a shaman quest or a druid quest that we just don't know about. That is always a possibility. We're about halfway there. I guess there's also a possibility that there's a quest giver or a group of quest givers somewhere that I don't know about. Because look, where do we get the quest to fight Dune Mall Enforcers? You know what I mean? Like, these guys are here for a reason. They're not here so that we never fight them, I know that. And thinking about it now, I do have vague memories of taking these guys on, so... maybe I'm just gonna have to hit up Wowhead, check out the zone map, and see if there are any quest givers that I haven't visited yet, because... I mean, come on, look at this. I'd say that I'd love to go into that den, but I feel like it's gonna be like a one-room type deal. Oh, hi there. We are just gonna keep running for now, because we don't need you guys. And we're at level with them, so wherever we can get a quest for these guys, we should be able to pick it up. Unless it's a thing where there's a horde quest for them, but not an alliance quest, that could explain why I remember doing it in the distant past. It would have been me being here on a horde character. Alright, I can see the cactuses, or cacti, that the quest mentioned, so we will head over this way. And pretty soon here, we will likely start seeing some dew collectors. What is this over here? Remnants of a boat or an airship or... Yeah, it looks like an airship crash. An airship crash with like random spare parts scattered about it. That just seems like there has to be a quest involved somewhere, right? This reminds me of a quest in Hellfire Peninsula. Except there's like no quest here, so... Oh, wait, what is this? What are you? Wait, you're a turtle with a quest? What is going on? What is this madness? Okay, Tuga, what is your story, man? Because I don't understand. Well... we are gonna find out momentarily. Apparently we have to fight this hyena first. Yeah, I don't know what this is. I've never taken a quest from a turtle in Tanaris. But apparently this is a real thing. Yeah, don't help or anything, Tugo. We're fine, man. We've got this. Just keep pacing back and forth, man. Alright, but come here before we have to fight the basilisk, too. I am so lost. Well, wait, you talk. That's the first thing we need to address. Are you a druid? I am so lost. My wife, Torta, sent me out to fetch my dinner, and I must have taken a wrong turn somewhere. Would you be so kind as to lead me back to Torta? She's waiting for me just south of Steamweedle Port. Yeah. Show Toga the way back to Steamweedle Port. Where the heck is... Oh, that is Steamweedle Port? That's a long way, my friend. We are gonna have you just kind of wait until... yeah, until we've taken care of the laden dew gland that we need. Alright. Well... I thought we would find them right around where we would find cactuses, but... let's head back a little further here. Still nothing. Yeah, this is a bust. Nothing back here. Maybe over here? Let's try to remember on the map where we were at when we found this guy, so we can get back to him. And let's take a look around the corner here. Yeah, there's no cactuses over here, though. I'm not seeing any cactuses. Alright, yep, a little confused. A little bit confused. I thought we would find them. The quest says, you know, find the cactuses and find the dew gland, but... it's not the case. Alright, there we go. Thistle Shrub Valley. That sounds like a place where we might find these guys. Yeah, here we go. Root Shapers, Dew Collectors. So there's two different kinds. And we're really just looking for the Dew Collectors. I don't think the Root Shapers can drop the item. That's going to make it a little bit more of a challenge if it's something with a really bad drop rate and we only need the one type. And there are a bunch of different types. And there seems to be quite a few people down here already farming them, so yeah, this will be interesting to see if we can find any of these guys. Although maybe we'll get lucky and the respawn rate will be through the roof, because yeah, there are a lot of people down here. Pretty cool looking guys. We've fought their type before. Starting in the wetlands, we fought guys that were similar to this. And I have a feeling that our best bet for this is going to be to stay mounted and just kind of run circles through the cacti, weaving about until we find a living dew collector to fight. Something tells me there's also a kill quest for these guys too that I don't have, and I'm just wondering where am I leaving all these quests? I feel like I've looked around in Gadgekstan quite extensively, but I'm ancient, so maybe I'm just blind and I'm not seeing the exclamation marks. Could be the case. I'll have to give another look around because, yeah, the number of quests that I think I should have compared to what I do have is kind of concerning. This takes us out of the valley, so I really think we're just working in this main area here. And yeah, just waiting on a respawn and a prayer to get us the item to drop in some kind of timely fashion. Got a night elf hunter down here cleaning up. Yeah, we've had to do quite a bit of erratic camera movement to search on our last few quests we've been doing. First the feathers in the hinterlands, and now this. So there aren't going to be any out here. Once we... Oh, what are these? Okay. Looks important. Don't know what it is. Going to ignore it. But we're probably getting lucky. We've gotten 2 of these guys so far, like seemingly right when they've respawned. And I know there are other people around trying to do this, so maybe we are getting pretty lucky here. I guess the only value in fighting the other ones is that they probably share spawn points, so if we eliminate some of these thistle shrubs... Oh, that's a fun word to say. Thistle shrub. If we eliminate some of the thistle shrubs, we have a better chance, perhaps, of having a dew collector spawn. At least we have a chance, whereas if we leave it up, it's just gonna sit there as what it is, right? If we take it out, then it could spawn as anything. Well, not anything, but any one of a number of different guys. But of course, now by focusing on doing that, we're missing out on the easy respawns that we could be getting if we were just standing around doing nothing. Because you know how exciting standing around doing nothing is in a video game. Well, that was a well-timed 10-second route, you know, just to kind of stick us in place here so that we can't go do anything else for a minute. Well done, Dew Collector. Found one. And see, it's kind of quests like this that get really boring, you know, it's going to be grindy. We're going to probably fight maybe 30 of these guys before we get the item to drop. Less if we're lucky, but it could be up to 30. And, like, the pulls aren't very interesting. We're just kind of scouting and picking the guys we need. This is one of those quests that are really just there to consume a bunch of time. Which is probably fine, you know, in a different day and age. But part of the seasonal model is like leveling quickly, so I feel like maybe something should be done within the level 40s. Maybe not another experience boost in that range, but in future seasons, even adding in more quests. And let's face it, like, it's gotta be pretty easy to work in some quests in a zone. Like, there are a few enemies here we haven't been sent to fight. Just give us some kind of job board with, like, some generic kill quest we can pick up. Make them dailies, you know, do something with daily quests where we can get experience every day in a zone. If we want to stay in a zone for a while and do all the core quests and give us a handful of dailies that we can do for experience. That would be something that would be cool. And yeah, it's like the quests don't have to be super interesting or anything like that, but let's say that I really enjoy the aesthetic of a zone, but I've done all the quests in it, but maybe I could hang out there for a couple more levels if there were things to do. Give me enough daily quests so that I can do that. That would be a really nice option to have. Every time they do that, I get worried they're about to heal. I'm noticing that some of these guys are pretty beefy, especially the ones that are level 48. They have a lot of health. Just taking us a little while to chip through. Of course, the dodges and misses don't help. The crits do help. Oh, look at that, instant respawn. I like that. Let's have some more of that action. And look at that, it was the instant respawn guy that had our laden dew gland. Let's go ahead and get that back to town. And I'm curious to see if it chains into a kill quest for the other guys that are down here. Or maybe I will be able to look around and find the other kill quest. Pretty sure there is one for those guys, and then for the ogres as well, we need to figure out where that quest comes from. It's a little bit of a long run, but Tanaris is pretty enough to enjoy it. Heading towards the late afternoon and evening hours in-game. It's already been pitch black outside in my real world for about 2 hours. But the sun is still up here in Tanaris. Most places in Azeroth just seem to have really, really long daylight hours. It's like permanent daylight savings time. It's light out until 9:30 or so. And then of course we haven't even really talked about this entire area, the Noxious Lair. Obviously a place where we would find Silithid. It really seems like we would have a quest for this as well. What level are these guys? Oh, they're level 50. Well, some of them are 47, so if there is a quest out there, we should be able to pick it up. It might be orange for us, but we shouldn't be barred from finding it if it exists. So maybe I'm just going to have to give another look around downtown Gadgekstan. Maybe some quests have become available since the last time I did a full sweep of like the ins and outs of all the buildings. But we'll see. This one does go back to Gadgekstan. Okay. That goes to the Blasted Lands. This goes to Root Theron Village. See, I'm going to have to take some time to run around to some of these places and get these turn-ins done so that I can see if they chain into anything else. It's always a longer run than I think it's going to be. This is actually quite a big zone. When you look at the size of the map compared to how fast we're moving across it, it is actually a quite a sizable zone. Alright, let's have a look around here and just kind of make sure we're not missing a bunch of things. Oh, look at this. See, this is what I mean. We're obviously missing some stuff. Let's come talk to this guy.
Talk to me.
Senior Surveyor Fizzledowser.
Time is money, friend.
Use the untapped dowsing widget near the pool of water by Salzaru Watch. I don't know where that is. We've got a position open for a temporary junior grade surveyor in the Gadsden Water Company if you're interested. With the nomads seizing all our wells, we need to exploit more free sources of water. There is water to be had in the desert, but only for those smart enough to survey them first. Take this dowsing widget and tap a sample of the water by the pool near Salzaru Watch. It's right in sight of the trolls around there. Bring the tapped widget back to me when you're done. I have never done that before, and I'm going to have to figure out where in the world that is at.
Yo. Hurry back.
Salutations! Alrighty then.
What's up?
Alright, here we go. Turn in the dew gland. Marin Noggenfogger wants you to speak with Sprinkle in Gajakstan. Where is he going to be? Just across the street, apparently. Well, I'm really happy that we found the kill quest for the ogres. I'm really happy that we found the kill quest for the thistle shrubs and that I'm not just imagining things or going crazy. Sprinkle in Gadsden wants you to collect a violet tragon. When I was a kid, my sister used to do all the cooking. It was horrible. I could barely stomach some of her concoctions. It's a mushroom called the violet tragon. If you want me to help you turn this horrid tasting brew into something edible, head to the hinterlands and look for a small lake there. Back to the hinterlands we go. Eventually, but we're going to do the kill quest here first, because that's awesome that I was able to find them. Sucks that we couldn't double them up and get them done all at once, but it's not really a big deal. Just super happy to have found them, and now we can get to work on those. So yeah, I think I'm going to take a break here, guys. Let me know what you think. As always, I really appreciate all the support you have continued to show the series. It does mean the world to me. So take care of yourselves out there, and take care of each other. And we will see you back in Azeroth sometime soon. Bye now.